once they've looted up on the eastern side by prison shelter area and come in around Milta, and they'll be much better settled and out of trouble coming into phase 1.
I'll tell you that, but you know what that allows? It allows Futbolist to squeal for joy because what I talked about earlier, you might see some runovers, and it looks like we might catch one right now. Oh, but it looks like they opt to let that member from Konina Power live. I mean, frozen must be, his heart must be frozen right now. Adrenaline at an all-time high, man. He's running for his life, and looks like he might be headed for Razak, as you can see the back of his shirt. But man, what a way to start this match off.
And I think that was quite wise from Futbolist, because sometimes it can be, you can get so caught up with the potential of like getting an early kill that you forget about, oh wait, we need to loot up, we need to get the advantage, right? And Futbolist, what they could do is they could actually rotate and shift all the way over to Nova, which was one of their previous drop spots. So they would be very confident looting up in that area.
Well, we'll see right now if it doesn't, you know, backfire on them a little bit, because we do see a couple of members from Konina Power roll up, and it's just Lavazin. Now, he does have the Scorpion and Shotgun. I don't think Black White has anything on him right now. So these guys are just getting started. Looted. Oh, and the shotty baby to start things off straight to the face. Hello. This, I'm in the building. I'm in the building right now, and it looks like Axer, he's caught off guard as well.
Left Freedom Rain with a shotgun blast, and then it's another shotgun play, and Salke picks things up, and first couple of kills for Futbolist to start this game, and not to be sniffed at.
I mean, they got to be pumped up. I mean, they did end up, you know, leaving one of the players from Konina Power alive.
Yeah.
And that was their warning, I think. And Konina Power didn't listen. Still headed deep into Military Island. Futbolist says, hey, this is our house, baby. And they showed them how to get it done here at the start. We're starting to see some teams try to figure out these rotations. A lot of early shots here. I mean, man, military circles. Always a lot of action, baby. Always.
It is also just hampered by such a harsh playing path where we're seeing teams kind of cluster together initially. Zeus, Power Triple 8, and Navi all around the North George area. And then you have DA, you know, Abrupt Slayers, and even Nova around down on the western side of this phase 1. And you have A1, 4AM, and Alpha around on the north. So, you know, closer to teams for now. But as we look to see them hopefully settle down in these drop spots, like I said, they will grab their composure. Solus, though, does spot a couple of the Abrupt Slayers players.
Yeah, Klas, Digital Athletics, they've been killing it so far. Currently in first place, really split up. Yeah, Solus always running that off angle. But here comes Razy, their #1 fragger on the buggy, getting caught by that off angle. Silas is, and Sharif's going to be able to jump on out with that Uzi, and they're going to shut that push down really quick. So, I mean, a great start to the tournament so far, but here in match number 4, looks like they're going to have to survive with a duo. But hey, Solus, you got a couple shots off there.
That was a massive mistake in my eyes for Silas and Ray-Z, because Solus got information on that rotation by Abrupt Slayers into Ferry Pier area. There was no need for Class 2 send to their players in so heavy without communicating what I presume was a lack of communication with Solus. They could have actually gotten that pincer movement by using Solus to gather more information and go for a much more calculated engagement.
I mean, they could be feeling themselves. I mean, they've been crushing it so far, so maybe they're like, hey, you know what? Let's just push it on over. But at the same time, you gotta respect these teams. I mean, we got the best on the planet playing here. I mean, if you just get a little lazy on just one player, we've seen some 1v4s happen in the past, so we'll definitely see how these teams opt to make these adjustments going on. Nova heading on over to Military Circle, able to get through that bridge relatively safe, but oh, Order catching Kegzo, trying to do a pit maneuver. Oh, switches seats with the Thompson, puts a couple shots onto him. Looks like they're gonna let him take off on his merry way, though. That was a close one.
If that was any other vehicle, I reckon he still would have died, because as much as another vehicle would have given him more protection, that bike is super fast on acceleration,
100%.
right? So he was able to just get out of the line of sight of those shots. But BTR Zuxi is going to come in, gets one knock, gets a second knock, and that's 2 kills for BTR.
That's huge. They needed this. I mean, they definitely need to get some early kills to kind of get that momentum going, to get a little bit more confidence. Because, I mean, the way they started off this tournament is pretty relatively shocking, at least in my eyes. But match number 4, this is a really good turning point to kind of show up, and we'll see if they're going to be able to do that. And as we look on over, we're seeing these teams still getting looted up. One thing, I know you guys can't tell right now, but on the map, 4 AM coming always north side. Never mind, yeah, 4 AM. getting caught by A1 eSports. Wrong building, sir. Wrong building.
And that was purely down to a slow rotation from 4 a.m. outside of Yasnaya, because you got to think, A1, they dropped in Severny. In theory, they should have been behind 4 Angry Men, but because they rotated earlier, they were able to catch him. Not before Suk does get a cheap kill for his troubles.
Suk, I mean, with that DP, these guys are so good using that weapon from long range. Just absolute laser beams. And I think that at the same time, I mean, A1 is still pretty north of the circle. I just think
that's fair.
I think 4 a.m. just like, hey, there's no way there's going to be a squad here in these buildings. But hey, you gotta scout.
The unexpected.
Yeah, constantly. I mean, especially with this much money on the line, only a few matches to play. Can't make any mistakes. But it looks like we got a nice bow tape, baby, from Power Triple H. Shout out to my man Mustache Dave. You know that we love them bow tates. But dude, this is what I'm talking about.
I always remember the first thing that really surprised me in a positive way when it came to boat rotations were Team Queso.
Oh yeah.
Back in 2019, the prelims in Berlin. And ever since then, I've kind of always looked out for a team that's not afraid to pull out a nice, clean, classy botation. And especially with the military island phase 1, there's a much higher chance that the southern part of the island, untouched, unscouted, unlooted, unbooted, and Power AAA taking advantage of that.
Got to be real careful, though. I mean, that boat, it's like 9 bullets, and that thing is exploded. So you'll see, like, if a player even hears a shot comes at the boat, everybody jumps out. But it looks so far, I know you guys can't see it right now watching, but it looks like they're going to be able to make a decent rotation. But hey, we got a second boat tape. It looks like coming from Navi. And at the end of the day, I can't really blame them. I mean, especially considering you got to know that those bridges are completely locked up.
I think that might be too late, though.
That's true. They are already behind right now.
Like, it comes to a point, that threshold of a boat rotation where it kind of goes from good to bad is very fine. We'll have to see how it works out. Phase 2 pops up. It centers up quite nicely, but what is actually quite good for the teams is that it still stays down south with, like, 90% of the circle on the military island.
Yeah, I love to see this cam right now as we're watching a race with the boats, baby. A boat racing simulator right here, right now live. And full squads. I mean, just rocking this strategy. Suk got a little boat on his lonesome over here, just trying to play it safe. I mean, we're seeing all the strats being pulled out here at the PMGC.
Looking at where teams are currently positioned, Alpha 7, who has been noted on the analyst desk, have kind of opted to go for the edges circle positions and maybe relying too heavily on kills, are still actually in the blue. They're nowhere near the northern edge of this circle. And I fear that's going to once again hurt them at the end result of this game.
Yeah. You're going to have to be able to pull off some massive kills, but you got to get those results, those final placements as well. But then again, I mean, this tournament, 24 matches total. So, you know, if you're able to get a good couple chicken dinners, that's going to be brutal. But we'll see right now as Order putting down some fire onto RRQ. They don't have a boat. They wouldn't be one right now if they even had one, as you got to watch out for that DP. But they're just trying to sneak their way, swim on way into this military circle.
Konina Power down to 1 player. Gonzo's left standing, but the members of Futbolist are surrounding him, swarming him like flies to light as Rom dips down with the buggy. He might not know Gonzo's there, actually.
Yeah, snake in the grass, something you always have to worry about. Rom is going to be able to get this loot. They do have 3 kills to start off this match, so they're feeling off pretty well. 2 on the side of Konina Power, as we saw at the initial drop, and it is just gone. Oh, what? Loots!
I know.
With the vehicle! Oh, if he would have killed them with that vehicle, that would have been insane. But Gonzo, he heard that, and he is just staring in that direction. He is just holding this dip for dear life.
Like, the Zen mentality required to not fire shots in this situation, even though you are the last player standing on your team, it requires more than you think, right? You know, and I think as an ex-pro player, you would understand this a bit more. It's natural for a player to want to shoot right, to want to get those shots off and get that knockdown, but when you're on your own,